What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMD Trading, where I am living my dream trading. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for myself, I'm doing good. Just taking a break from running these shirts back here in the background. Been trying to get this recap done all morning, and I figured I needed to go ahead and get it done. I want to close these TOS charts. I want to close Ninja Trader. So yeah, let's go ahead. Let's get this recap done. I did a recap earlier this morning for the previous day, which was a horrible trading day. Very quick in the market, like 30 minutes, and it was a bad red day. Well, today I was one and done, and I took this trade a little unorthodox. Should I done it? Should I not done it? I'm not sure, but I took it from my cell phone, y'all. Took the trade from my cell phone, and it was a green trade. And after yesterday, I just wanted to kind of be done with that one and done trade, kind of finish the week out green, or not the week, but finish the day out green. And that's what we did. So let's go ahead. Let's bring up the charts first, and then we'll go ahead and bring up the report card. So let's go ahead. Let's do that real quick. And we will take a look at that. We're going to be reviewing trades for September 5th. Goal all week has been do not move the stop once in the trade. Reminder, my stop is my stop. Start time at the desk today. I did not put a time in there because basically I woke up around 3 something this morning and looked at my phone inside of TOS, and I kind of liked where the market was at. Wasn't really giving me a pattern per se, but I liked where it was at, and I loaded up Tradovate on my phone, and I jumped in and I took the trade, and it was a green trade. I kind of graded it as a B because there was not really a set pattern that I took. I got down that it was kind of a reversal, which I guess you can call it that. Immediately went in my favor, so that was a good thing. Only trade on the day was that one, so overall I'm gonna give myself a B. The percent gained or lost as it pertains to the account was I made 10% on the account on that trade. And if you notice, all week I have gotten away from P&L. To me, P&L is nice, but I would rather someone tell me the percent that they made on the account. And that's something that I learned from Old Coop. So if Old Coop is still out there listening, I was listening when you would type, when you would talk. So yeah, that's something I like. Basically what you can do with that number is based on the person's account size, which a lot of people don't want you to know what they're trading account size wide. But let's say that I'm trading in a $1,000 account. I make 10%. I made $100 on that trade. If it's a $10,000 account, I made $1,000. And you kind of get the idea. So that's why I like that a little bit better, because I can tell you that I made $1,000 and I'm trading in a $100,000 account, and that's 1%. And that would look like I made a nice chunk of change. I did, but it was only 1% in the grand scheme of things. But if I'm trading in a $1,000 account and I make $100, you might be like, oh, that's not that much. You ain't really doing much. But that's 10% based on the account size. So that's why I do like that percent. And that's why I kind of have that on my daily report card. What did I learn today? Let's trade to hit the target. If the trade is a good trade, that should say if that's a good trade, not a good target. And I guess it's both. If it's a good target, it's a good target. It's gonna make it a good trade. But that's what I did on that one. Trading from my phone, it still put brackets in the system. It had my stop, it had my target. I heard my phone go off. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I looked down and it hit target. Change I need to make from today. Not always smart trade from a phone, but if taking a trade, make sure brackets are in. And then I put mine were in. So that's what I kind of felt on that today. We're going to go ahead. We're going to get rid of the report card. We'll bring up just a little half card. And we'll bring up, actually, no, before we do that, I am going to get rid of that. I'll get rid of the report card as well. Let's take a look at this market right quick, y'all. Look at this thing, man. 10 o'clock, wicked sell-off today. And that was after, let's go over to 8:30. Let's come on over here to 8:30. Had non-farm today. And it gave a big old candle. Let's highlight that candle. That candle was 120 points in 1 minute. Snapped up, flushed out, closed in the lower part. Next few candles, bought it all the way back up, pulled back, left a higher low to there. That's money right there. It's kind of the picture of money. Like I said, after that one trade, I said I was done. Didn't really want to trade anymore. Market pretty much stayed green until about 10 o'clock, sold off, flipped the chart red, and we have just tanked. I did catch a good trade in the options account as well. We may look at that if we have time. Caught a nice trade. It went to target and I got out, and then this thing just, wow, it was just incredible. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna bring this over to about when I was getting in that trade. It looked like it said what, 244, 245. So we'll go ahead, we'll put that there. We'll bring back up Ninja Trader, and I already have this set where the trade was at. Let me switch this over to an arrow so I can mark it on TOS charting, and then we'll talk about it. So I got in that at 244. That was gonna be this candle right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop an arrow where I got out at. I got out 303. Got out in this candle, and I got out about right here, and that was target. That's where I had the target set inside of Tradovate on my phone. So when I'm trading on the computer, I'm using Ninja Trader, and then I have Tradovate on my phone. But when I saw the market this morning, you notice it had just been higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. And then we came here and we set this higher high, and then we set, or I'm sorry, the higher low. Then we set this lower high. Notice we hadn't really been setting any lower highs. We did set one right here and it got bought back up. But when this set this lower high, I was like, oh, I kind of like that. And then it kind of chopped around and made this little flag. And when it made the flag, I was like, I'm gonna take that trade. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the trade, and I'm going to put my stop just at the high of this lower high. And that's what I did. And trade, like I say, immediately kind of went in my favor, kind of just consolidated over, flushed out, boom, target, nice little trade. Again, green chart, so technically you would think that I'm looking for longs, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna draw a channel on here real quick just because I want to see how this played out on this channel. If I drew a channel, yeah, look at that. So I use this point here, I use that point there. I'm actually using these points here, but you see, we kind of see where that wick was at. So had I drawn a channel, price was kind of breaking into that channel, came back up, flushed all the way out, and then kind of just chopped around. Let's move it on over. Let's take a look, see what it did. Yeah, it's kind of chopped around, and then you do notice that I have this up channel going here. I did my recap this morning, and this was about the time that I was finishing the recap, and I saw this kind of forming out because I had drew this channel, and I started to go long right there where that arrow is at, but I was like, I don't necessarily think that I want to trade anymore. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lock this 10% up that I made today. I think I'm still red on the week because of Monday. Monday was a fairly bad trading day for me. And then yesterday was a red day as well. So we're gonna finish the week out red, but some solid trading during the week though. But had I taken that trade, y'all, banger of a trade. And we notice, like I said, this channel was drawn early this morning, but you can use that channel and it will kind of tell you how price is going to play out. Same thing, I could take that, the down channel that I just drew, which I'll do that. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna delete this one out. And then I'm gonna just take this one, activate it, just to kind of see how, if we came over and we dropped this on this highest point over there, that's all I'm gonna kind of look at. And I'm gonna put it where I think price was kind of wicking in and out of the channel. We'll drop it right there. Let's see. Let us see what it did. Yeah, look right there. Good gracious, look at that, y'all. That was based on that channel we drew this morning, and look where it got bought up at, right at the base of that channel. This was something I noticed too on that non-farm candle. Look how it came in and wicked off of that second line of defense and just got bought up and just ripped all the way back up. So pretty good info right there. Let's see, do I have, yep, I got it right there. Let's take a look at the option chart real quick. This is the layout that I kind of look at when I'm trading options. It has the cues down here. Based on whatever color this is on the cues, this is going to determine what I want to look at. If this is green, I want to be looking at calls. If this is red, I want to be looking at puts. So right now it's telling me that I should be looking at trading puts. And this is a put right here. This was the one that I actually had loaded up this morning. If you notice, market opened right there. This blue triangle, that's a signal for me. And then the next triangle, if that fires, that's a trade. This black dot is where I put my stop at. And right now I'm just looking to get 1-to-1 out of trades, and I'm just kind of testing it. So my entry on this trade was $35. That's what I paid for the contract. And it hit target, and I sold that contract for $55. So I made $20 on this contract. But peep this, y'all. On this $35 contract, it went all the way up to $314. That was this high peak right there. This peak right here, $235. So on a $35 contract, I could have made $235 had I held it. And yeah, so solid trade. If you notice over here, it gives the blue triangle, but it did not give the magenta or plum colored triangle. So that's not a trade. And that's how I have this particular edge coded. This is a edge that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now. It gave another signal, but it did not fire. And what I mean by firing, once it gives this blue triangle, if one of these next 3 candles breaks the high of this candle, it will trigger the play, and that's when I'll take the trade. So even though it fired the blue triangle, it did not fire the plum one. So that's this is another little edge I've been working on to kind of trade options. Right now I'm trying to work on automating it so that it'll automatically enter a trade when that plum triangle fires. And this is something that me and Spark kind of go round and round on. Like, how do you capitalize on this big move right here? Like, how do you capitalize on that? Right now, I know based on back testing, if this fires, most of the time it's going to give you 1R. A lot of times after that, it might just kind of chop around. So how do you take advantage of this move? Yesterday, I took 3 contracts. 2 of them I got out at target. That last one I could have held as a runner, and the market did the same thing yesterday. It ran like crazy into the end of the day. On that last one I did hold, I think I took my stop and kind of started bar by bar, and it came and tagged me. Made about 90-something% on that trade. So it was a good trade nonetheless, but we did the math, and this particular trade right there, and actually let me see, let me pull it up real quick. I could tell you exactly what that was if we go from 311. So 311 was the high. I paid 35 cents. That went 789%. That's what that move was. That's crazy. And that's why people love options, because the percent gain that you can make on options is absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. But on that note, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I need to get these shirts that's on the machine done and packaged into the post office. So y'all have a good weekend out there. I'm gonna go ahead and get it started. Peace.